All right, here we go. Deja vu once again for the New York Knickerbockers as they lose 17-point lead once again and collapse in the second half to the same Philadelphia 76ers. 101-95. Jails.
You what up, man?
How was your Thanksgiving, man? I mean, let's
Yo,
start off with something good. How was your damn Thanksgiving?
you want to start out with something good? My mom's mac and cheese is off the chain, son. I'm still eating that. I gained 20 pounds. I had a summer body, you know what I
Oh
mean? Summer body
God.
gone in one night, bro. Like,
Well, listen, it seemed like in the first half, seemed like the Sixers were still drunk off of Thanksgiving because they just seemed to step slow. I said on Twitter during halftime, I said, it looks like the Sixers are a step slow tonight, but we taking advantage. You know
nope.
what I mean? Everything was going well for the Knicks. You had the good Julius out tonight.
Yeah.
You got to put the good and the bad on him now. Like
Mm-hmm.
the good JR, the bad JR.
Yeah.
You
It's
know
good
what I
Julius,
mean?
bad Julius, good Frank,
Facts,
good Morris, bad. Yeah, all of them.
facts, facts. So you had that going. You had the ball movement going fairly well. You had the defense going fairly well. And you know what? I looked at this game and I said, this is still not good enough.
Nope.
Well, what'd you see happen in the second half, man? Where did this thing go wrong, man?
Well, I started to see remnants of the second quarter of the Knicks just taking their foot off the pedal a little bit. The ball movement that got them the lead in that first quarter started to slow down in the second quarter, even though the defense was still there.
Yeah.
And in the third quarter, they seemed like they abandoned it even more, even though the defense was still there. So I give them credit for the defense still kind of being there. But the ball movement that helped us so much was kind of a little bit non-existent, and we fell back into bad habits, in my opinion. And then we had to end up with 31-7 run in the third.
31-7 run in the third. And, listen, good teams find a way to win. Bad teams find a way to lose. The Sixers, they have two all-stars, borderline superstars. And at the end of the day, they just know how to turn up the Jets. Ben Simmons did the same exact thing he did to us in the first game, bro. He turned it up on the defensive end, got his guys involved, and him, James Ennis, Tobias Harris,
Yep.
they did us in. They did a number on us, man. You gotta, you give credit where credit is due. They steamrolled us in the second half and show why they're a top team in the East.
Yeah, they never really panicked. And the thing is, they have something to rest on when things are going their way.
Right.
And what they rest on is Joel Embiid, because Joel Embiid did everything for them in the first half. And not that he was even shooting well. He was just drawing fouls and getting all of his points from the foul line.
Yeah.
Something that the Knicks couldn't really do. And then speaking of foul shots.
Oh my God. Here we go again. Here we go again, JLs.
Oh my
19 for 33, 57% from the free throw line. You have got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. This is going to turn out to be one of the worst free throw shooting Knick teams since the beginning of the franchise, since the 1940s.
CP, if you hit our free throws, we win.
If you hit a free throw or two, you win.
Like, dude, Julius Randle, 69%.
Not an excuse. You're the top playing guy, and you got to hit your free throws, man.
Mitchell Robinson, though,
Mitch,
is the
1 for 6.
What happened? Like, he's the guy. I was like, all right, he's 70% free throw shooter from the field as a center. He went comatose. He looked like another person. I don't know what it was. He fell a lot today, so I don't know if he hit his head a few times.
He did. Mitch was it was a tough one for Mitch. Listen,
it was tough.
Embiid is going to be a tough cover. He's got to be much more disciplined. We know that Embiid did a great job of catching him as a young neophyte, as Clyde would say. That's just how the game goes, man. But Mitch you still got to make those free throws, man. 1 for 6 tonight.
Gotta make him free throw. I love the way he fought, but yeah, gotta make those free throws, man. Julius Randle and Mitch and even Dennis. Dennis didn't get there a lot, but 33% from the field as well. And his miss looked awful as well.
Man, listen, and that was the game. That was the game because you saw on one side of the court a floor general getting his troops in order, settling his troops down, leading on the defensive end, and getting the ball in the right hands. For us, once again, we don't have a consistent floor general. It's going to be the name of the game since the preseason on through to the end of the season, JLs. We just don't have that guy that when things tighten up can get us easier buckets. It becomes back to the ISO ball, back to Morris, back to Randle to save us. You know, Dotson, Ellington dribbling endlessly around the perimeter, and it just leads to nowhere.
I will say this, CP. I did see that in certain quarters in the second and third, but I will say if you were to look for a positive from today's game, it was that there was a lot less of ISO Randle.
Yes,
ISO
I agree.
In the last quarter, and we saw a lot of pick and roll from Frank. We saw a lot of RJ Barrett trying to make plays. Like we lost today in the fourth quarter, but at least today we lost because you know the young neophytes, as you said.
I'm talking about in the third. I'm more particularly speaking on the third, and when that whole thing collapsed, we just had nowhere to go, and DSJ was he just seems like he's trying to figure out how to play basketball again. JL, forget about being in shape. I mean, DSJ just looks like he's trying to figure out how to play the game all over again from scratch.
Yeah,
it's concerning.
Yeah, you could sell like it's official. You never thought you would say this, but Coach trusts Frank more than DSJ.
Yeah, I mean at this point, and when Peyton comes back, it looks like those would go to him by default at this point because it can't get much worse.
Yeah, that's the real question. What happens when Peyton comes back? Does DSJ still gonna have time to figure it out? Or will he get the Kevin Knox treatment?
Will he get the Knox treatment? Down the stretch, as you said, they did go to the pick and roll. We saw Frank and Mitch execute a couple pick and roll plays very nicely down the stretch. We saw then I was like, okay, will they continue with this or where are they gonna go to get a closer here? Then we saw RJ take Embiid off the dribble. He scores twice. Yeah. And then, you know, listen, it's a 50-50 play with RJ because he's not a great shooter. And so I think Philly was comfortable with that matchup. And, you know, he misses the last one. We lose Mitch. Mitch fouls out. And that was basically all she wrote, man. Then you have the inbound play where it's like, okay, listen, Frank is our guy, but you got to make a smarter play.
That was the play. That killed us.
That was it.
That play killed us.
That was it. That was
a bad pass, and that play killed us. The Ennis 3-point foul.
Yeah,
and I'll even give credit to Randle because he made some really good defensive plays.
He did
at the end of the fourth.
He did,
which surprised the hell out of me.
He did.
But that last foul that he got, trying to chase Ennis off 3-point line, that was bull.
Ennis definitely kicked his leg out, but I mean, I guess the refs are so used to Randle making that boneheaded play that they almost expected it. They probably blew the whistle before he even fouled him. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what it was. That's one of those games where I wish we had one more challenge.
Yeah,
because the refs made so many stupid calls.
Stupid calls. I mean, but if they're gonna do the challenge like football, then keep it like football. If you win a challenge, you keep it.
Yeah, exactly.
Why leave it to the refs? You know, boneheaded eyesight to call a game.
No, you're absolutely right. And the challenge that Fizz won in the first quarter was a big one too because
it was.
That would have taken Morris out the game.
Yeah,
that's 20 points out the game that we didn't have, and he played pretty good defense for us in that first quarter as well. So that was a huge win for us.
Huge win.
But damn, we needed like 3 more of those.
Yeah. I needed like 5 more of those, man. Other storyline tonight, Kevin Knox logs a DNP coach's decision. JL, what's your thoughts on that tonight?
I'm probably going to have the unpopular opinion.
Okay.
But I don't – listen, Knox has been terrible on defense. I don't mind him getting 1 game DNP to sit and think about it. Like, I'll be more concerned if it's February and that's happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's been handed minutes regardless of him playing bad or good for an entire year. He's been playing 42 minutes a night, and he's been hurting us. At the time when the team needs a win, they need to have establish a winning defensive culture, some better rotations, which we saw tonight, that might be time for you to sit down and watch, and then you'll get your chance when you actually play defense.
I don't disagree with you. But you know where I'm looking, man. You know what? When I go to the box score and I don't see Kev play, I want to say, okay, who did what with their minutes? All right? Mm-hmm. And again, you're going 13 minutes for Bobby Portis for 2 points. 2 boards. Is it really that worth it, Fizz? That's all I'm saying. Is it really that worth it? I understand that Knox has been hurting us. I get it. I'll give you guys that. He's been hurting us. But again, 2 boards for Bobby Portis. 2 points. Is it that worth it? That's all I'm gonna ask.
I'm looking for somebody to play defense.
I hear you.
Bobby Portis actually played pretty decent defense today, which surprised the hell out of me. So
yeah, I liked how the bigs attacked MB tonight. I did like how they attacked him. You know, they did what they could. I liked how the doubles were coming at him. Even on the other hand, I liked how first half Taj was aggressive with him. But again, it just wasn't enough, man.
Nah, it just wasn't. Like right now, I'm just like, I just want a defensive culture set right now, man. I just want a defensive culture set.
Yeah,
that's really what I want. And then like this, obviously, this can't be a thing where it's happening the whole year, but it's one game. You know what I mean? Like I said, when it's time for January, February, if that's still happening, then it's a problem.
Right.
I don't mind him sitting one game.
I hear you. One game. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. This is Knicks Post Game Live, the number one show for the fans, by the fans. If you're a diehard Knicks fan, we love to talk about Knicks news, Knicks rumors, and post game live analysis featuring live callers who you're going to hear from next. Smash that subscribe button below and the notification bell so you don't miss anything. CP from KnicksFanTV, my man J. Ellis from the Nick of Time Show. Salute to all #new. Salute to the Knicks fans, wherever you guys are watching from around the world. If you're watching us, you are the real MVP. Because at 4-15, J. Ellis, it's getting ugly.
It's getting rough for us content creators.
It's getting ugly.
This one there, boy.
So we appreciate you guys for having pity on us. Man. All right, let's go to Brooklyn. Kenyon is up first. Kenyon, how you feeling about tonight, man?
Martin?
Hey, what's going on, man? I'm not feeling good about tonight at all, babe, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Normally I would say wait for 20 games and analyze the team, but we could do the analysis after 19 games. This is what we got to do moving forward. I called about a month ago, earlier this month, bashing Fizdale. I still don't think this coach is a NBA-level coach, but that's another story. Let's talk about the roster and the moves that need to be done from December 15th on. Because this season it looks like going to go not purposely tank, but if you have a coach that you gave a better roster to, allegedly a better roster, we shouldn't have the same record from last season or whatever the case may be. But boom, let's move forward with the roster now. Who needs to go? All right, so you signed all these guys. They don't really fit. I don't really like Randle and Morris together. I think Morris is playing up his trade value. Did he sign if he has a 1-year guarantee and 1-year team option, right? He could be moved?
No team option.
No team option. No team, just a 1-year deal, straight up.
So he has just 1 year, that's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, you know what? If you could get something for Morris, I'm going to agree with Ellis in regards to Knox. If you're not missing Knox don't play any defense. I was talking to one of my boys earlier. I was like, could we get a first-round pick for Knox? If you could package Knox and one of these other guys.
You talking about we don't miss him, but he wants to make a 2K trade. Now we're going to get a first-round pick for him? Come on, Kenya, man. So
that's what I'm saying. So then he's a bad pick then. But, okay, we got to get rid of Knox. I don't care. Let's get rid of Knox. We can get rid of Morris Sr. You could get Porter those minutes. This dude Ellington's a waste of time. I don't even understand that.
Oh man, what was up with Ellington, Jay Ellis? When we needed him the most.
I don't know.
We needed him the most, and he airballs a 3.
Zero points, 0 for 3, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Waste of time on the court.
Waste of time.
Dennis Smith Jr. Yep. As soon as Payton come back, he could be expendable too. Like this dude was like a decent draft pick. It looks like a bum out there. It's disgusting. I mean, I'm a diehard Knicks fan. I've been watching Knicks since the early 80s, like I said before. This is disgusting, man. This is going to be every season. Like, it's November. December starts, Sunday?
Yeah.
Look, we're already a bum team, 11 games behind, 500. I mean, we're going to sink. So my thing is we're going to sink. We got to see what these players we can move. and then see what picks we can get up, and then hopefully make it better next year. But this right here, what they put together, and I'm not going to blame Perry, you know what I'm saying? But this dude Mills and Fizdale got to go. I mean, I don't know what you guys see in Fizdale. Fizdale is terrible. The last 3 minutes of the game, I'm like, okay, you're going to see if Fizdale could at least salvage, like, you know, his job or the game. But what is he doing out there? He looks confused. I don't know about Fizdale, man. I mean, it's disgusting.
I don't know, JLs, man. Go ahead, man. Weigh in on this, bro.
I'm sorry I'm going to kill you and start the show like this, but it's terrible, man.
It's all good. JLs, go ahead, man.
Unpopular opinion, but I actually didn't mind the way we lost the last quarter because at least our kids got to run the show, and I didn't see freaking a lot of Randle, you know, one-on-one ISO pick and roll. Like that, even that Wellington shot that he missed wide open was all set up by Frank,
yeah, it was a good pass.
Finding him for a wide open three. It's just, Ellington, can you talk about Ellington for 1 second? I'm going to switch tracks. Ellington is one of those guys, he's such an enigma. I feel like he benefits from benching. I feel like every time we bench him and then bring him back, he plays really good for like the 5 to 10 minutes. And then once you give him more than 10 minutes a game, he starts to fall off.
Somebody call Reggie Bullock and see how that neck's healing up, man. Does he need a brace? Get him an ice pack. Get him an icy hot from Shaq. Something, man. Get Reggie Bullock in here. Wayne Ellington, you're out, man. He's out, man.
Oh, man.
Give me ISO or something, man.
Yo,
I can't watch this anymore.
Ellington. We're not related. Ellington, I feel like Ellington is good, like the 15th man on the bench. Send him for 2 games.
Yeah.
To like charge him up. He's like a battery. You got to charge him up, right? Send him for 2 games, charge him up, have him come in the game, shoot a couple of threes, send him back down for another 2 games, bring him
Put him on ice.
Yeah.
Put him on ice, man.
Put him on ice because he's nice when he's playing 10 minutes a game every 2 games. He's
my goodness, man. Can't make it up. Nick in Rochester, how you feeling about this tonight, man?
What's up, guys?
How you feeling, bro?
Another moral victory.
Oh, and no more victories tonight, man. This was another stinker, man.
I mean, you know, like, you can't really blame any one person on today's loss. It's a combination of things, mainly the free throws. If we shoot 75% today, we would have won the game. At least I would have tied it when I did the math. It makes no sense how we're missing so many free throws. We were like one of the best teams like just 2 years ago at free throws.
You know why they're missing free throws? Because they're cracking under the pressure, man. The pressure's busting pipes right now.
But we're missing in the first half, though. Like, we're missing early. Like, there's no pressure then, but
hey, man, it's mentals, man. I don't know, Nate, man. It just there's no other reason behind it. It's not coaching.
Yeah, that's nothing you can coach, man. That's like you practice that on
hit
your own. That's the player.
I mean, you can't put that on coaching, but there's a lot of other things that happened tonight that you can put on coaching. Ellington on that last shot. I feel like we brought him in like when he was like a little bit cold. He was sitting for a little bit.
That's another thing. They sub out RJ once again for Ellington and Dotson. I mean, listen, I know RJ might not be a lights out shooter, but he did kind of bring me back into the game. JLs, what's that about, man?
It's because Ellington has the reputation of hitting that 3, but then he'll have it for 1 game and be gone another game, and then I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's exactly what coach was thinking.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Like two more things. Julius Randle, like when Julius Randle hit the and 1, and then it was 99-95. Why are we missing that free throw on purpose when it would be a 1-possession game? I was really confused by that.
I was confused.
You can still go for a steal. You can hope for 2 minutes.
That
was confusing. It's just like who's teaching this guy math? Like, that's just basic math. Like, I don't know where he lives from. That's crazy to me.
No, straight up, man. I'm lost on that one, Nate. I can't make sense of it, man.
And then, one more thing.
Go ahead.
Frank and RJ, they both played solid games tonight. You know, I was kind of harsh on the young guys the last call. This is more on Fizdale for, like, not correctly developing players. Knox is basically Frank Part 2 from last year. He's probably going to get a couple more DNPs. Mitch, I don't know what's happening with Mitch, but like, man, Fizdale is just. I'm even cool on him. Like, I was gonna say fire him like earlier. I'm like, just let him play it out. But man, Fizdale's not the guy. There's so many just brain dead decisions that he's just making. But whatever. Moral victory. All
right, Nate, man, take it easy, man. JJ in Brooklyn's up next. How you feeling tonight, man?
Yo, how you guys doing, man?
Good, man. What's going on, bro?
I just really want to ask you a question about our young players. Not RJ Barrett, but specifically Mitch, Knox, and Frank. How come these kids? I mean, these kids are top 10 picks. I mean, not Mitch, but Frank and Knox. These kids, especially Knox, like they're regressing so much. Is it the players that are just not good, or is it coaching? Or I think it's both. What do you guys think? And one more point after.
Yeah, I saw some good things from Frank tonight. I don't think Frank had a bad game. He made some bad decisions down the stretch. I mean, the turnover to Simmons on the inbound play was pretty terrible. And then on the flip side, he gave up a pretty easy bucket to Tobias Harris down the stretch. I thought overall he was pretty
gave
decent.
A big bucket.
Yeah, I thought overall he was pretty decent. Started the game off, splashed a 3. He even had a step back 3 from the top of the key. J. Ellis. You know? I thought Frank was decent, but yeah, Knox was somebody that we were worried about, especially with this with the
when you're a
influx
top 10
bigs.
pick and you're getting benched for Wayne Ellington, man, that's a bad luck right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, top 10 pick getting benched for Bobby Portis, man.
Yeah, can I make one more point?
Yeah, go ahead,
can I make a point about RJ Barrett real quick?
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys. There was one point where Fizz was going off, which I actually like to see it. He was really mostly yelling at Barrett, and after that point, finally, and after that point, Barrett, he got those are the plays where he went at Embiid and got a couple layups on him. So that showed me a lot about him. That he's tough. I'd like to see that from both of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, sure, RJ strong-willed, J. Ellis, and it was good to see Fizz try to light a fire under these guys. I don't know, maybe he's feeling the pressure because his job's on the line, but, maybe.
Yeah, people want to ask you why Knox isn't playing.
Yeah. He's stressed. He's stressing right now, man.
Job on the line now.
Yeah. He's stressing right now, man. So, oh, boy. Anyway, salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys.
Yeah, man.
Have some pity on us, people. Hit that thumbs up button.
Please,
share these videos. Subscribe to the channels.
Yeah, do that too.
Say a prayer for the Knicks, please. Something.
Yeah, man.
Something,
Please.
Man. Oh, man, it's getting ugly out there, man.
Sweet baby Jesus. We don't need it.
Oh, man. We're salute to team #new. If you guys are new in the chat, leave us a #new so we can shout you guys out. Definitely want to shout out my guy Alex Collins checking in from Ireland. We got Christopher Coward in here. He says it's time for Fizz to go. Gotham, what's going on? Ari, what's going on? Tack, Ariel Suarez, how you feeling, man?
Yeah, man.
You want to shout out, JLs?
Yeah, what's going on? Goonies, what's going on? Peter Johnny, Dark Matter, RI7, Ricardo Custer, Antoine Boyce, they call me Tack, Craig Williams. Shout out to those guys out here.
Yeah, man. I want to shout out Ishmael Rivas. I want to shout out John Louis, checking in from Paris, France. Checking in late.
#new from Peter Johnny from ATL. All right. We haven't played the Hawks yet. Hold us down when we do.
Yep. Yes, sir. I want to shout out Ralph Lewis. Sends us a super chat. He says Randle's hero ball getting blocked lost us the game. Nah. I would say I think Julius had a good game. I thought he did have a good game. As you said, J. Ellis, he kept the turnovers down. Wasn't really forcing the issue too much. I mean, a couple times he coughed it up, but I thought Julius really set the tone for us early. That really got us out to that early lead.
Yeah. He had the turnovers in the first half. Really was when I felt like he was doing a little too much.
Right.
But that block, like he had a clear lane. It was just that Embiid hit him, got him from behind.
Yeah, it was Embiid.
Yeah, like Embiid did.
Yeah.
And actually like that he actually pushed the ball because I felt like we kind of trotting the ball up in that fourth quarter with the game is on line. And I like that Randle actually pushed it and tried to get an easy bucket because that's usually his strength. If you notice when he was scoring today, he was making quick, decisive moves to the bucket on drives and he was getting pretty good results. when he did that. So I didn't mind that at all.
True indeed, true indeed. Let's shout out Doncha Fenton is checking in from Ireland as well. So we got 2 people from Ireland checking in here. Where's everybody else from? Throw your cities in the chat. Let us know where you guys are checking in from, and we'll shout you guys out. Let's go back to the phones, JL. CJ Jarvis wants to talk about the second unit. CJ, how you feeling,
Okay.
man?
Oh yeah. Woo.
Brutal.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
I think it's CP the artist. I don't know where you're getting Jarvis from.
Dave hungover from Thanksgiving, man.
Yo,
CP, what up, man?
Yeah.
It said CJ Jarvis on the switchboard. I was like, oh, that's new.
I guess I probably sound like the dude from Iron Man.
Yo.
You know, the voice.
Yeah.
Jarvis.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I got it. I got it.
All right, real quick, man. This is why I seen that the reason why we really lost. I don't know what the other callers were saying. It was the second unit, man. We were up like 17, and when DSJ and that unit came into, there was like a lack of ball movement. If I look at the stats right here,
good point.
He only had like 2 or 3 points. And not that many assists. I think Frank really moved the ball better than DSJ did. They looked confused. They looked stagnant. The 76ers came back into the game with more momentum leading into the third quarter. And that's why I think where we really lost the game is that second unit. And my last point is, I think we really need Peyton back.
Yeah,
and I think it's time to bench DSJ. And one more point. I believe Ellington is a situational guy.
Yeah.
If you're not running like maybe a screen so he could get open and hit a 3, he is useless.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And this is probably another knock that I got on Fizdale, is that if he's not doing what he's supposed to do, and you're not putting him in a situation, it's like, what's the deal?
Hey, appreciate it, CJ Jarvis, man. Thanks for the call, brother. Have a good Thanksgiving. Hey, he was right on the money with everything he said, JLs. I think they should put DSJ in the G League, bro, to be honest with you, man.
The G word.
He got to put him in the G League, man. You know what I mean? They keep talking about he's not in shape, man. I seen him all summer pushing the weights, running on the beach,
hugging rope and all.
The weight ropes and all of that, JLs. I mean, how much more shape do you need to be in? I understand he was bereaving, but that was like a week.
I mean, shoot, depends on if he was eating those What was his food of choice?
Bojangles. That Bojangles had him on lock.
He was back home with the Bojangles.
Yeah, Bojangles had him on lock, man. Had him on lock.
That'll get you out of shape quick.
Yeah, man.
Get you out of good shape and put you in some other shape.
Facts. Yeah, I think Peyton's gonna slide back in here pretty shortly. Whenever his hamstring heals up, who knows how long that's gonna be.
Yeah, you're right. You think so? You think they're gonna? That's gonna be interesting.
Oh yeah. I think so.
Trade deadline's approaching soon.
I think so, man. I don't know. If Fizz is trying to keep his job, you need you need some sort of competent, offensive movement out there. This kid is out here trying to figure out how to play the game. You might as well rock with ISO at the end of the day.
Could be. ISO might get his shot sooner or later, depending on. I don't know if it's gonna be here, but he might get a shot sooner or later.
Yeah. And then on his Ellington point, that's pretty much along the lines of what you said.
Yeah.
It needs to be used in a situation.
Situational guys, exactly. Like, you can't. I don't know if you can play him long minutes. The thing with Ellington is he's giving us really good team defense. That's what's really keeping him on the floor, regardless if he's making shots or not. He's rotating well. He's closing out well. Like, he's a smart player. He's been in the league in a while, so that's what's keeping him on the floor.
True story.
Regardless if he's doing shots or not.
True story. You got time for one more call?
Yeah, let's do one more.
All right. Real quick, I want to shout out Hospi checking in from London, England. Salute to Hospi. Salute to IOPS checking in from Brooklyn. We got Kevin Tucker, Long Island, Belmore in the building. Salute to Kevin. Vancouver, Canada. We had somebody checking in from Vancouver. Salute to you. Dreamer. Gary Singh checking in from Detroit. We got No Dice checking in from Long Island. Bronx, Fat Cat, what's going on? Salute to Fat Cat. Salute to Roll Brown, Orange County. Who you want to shout out, JLs?
Yeah, man. Shout out to AP. Oh, shout out to Shamik Scheider, who just gave us a super chat.
Okay.
All right. Said Kadeem Allen coming for DSJ minutes. I actually kind of like the Kadeem Allen's game.
Where is he? I would like to see it if he was around. I mean, I think he's still injured.
No, he's in the G League. He is in the G League. I think he started playing last week, I believe.
Okay.
So he's getting back.
Okay.
Coach said he's getting back into shape and things of that nature. So I know he's around, but he's finally up and moving.
Nice. I want to shout out Stay Mellow checking in from Toronto. He was at the Toronto game. He said he almost got into a fight at the Raptor game.
I can see that happening.
Yeah, but he works there, Jay Ellis. From what I understand, he works there. My man put it all on the line for the Knicks, man. Salute to Stay Mellow, man. He put his job on the line, man.
You the MVP, man.
You're the real MVP, man. He put it all on the line for the orange and blue, man.
Sure, you always have a home here, man. You get to cut the line on the phone call.
Cut the line, man. I want to shout out real quick Squid's Art Adventure. They say they love the show. Salute to Squid's Art. I'll make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. And I want to shout out Paul Burgess. He's checking in from Brooklyn as well. All right, one more call before JL gets out of here. I'll still be here. Let's go to Q. Right. Q from Brooklyn on the check-in. Q, how you feeling, man? How was your Thanksgiving, Q?
Oh, it was good, fellas. It was good, CPJ Ellis.
Yeah, hanging in there, man.
Shout out to the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Good Thanksgiving. Ate good. Kept eating, and then I watched the Knicks game and almost threw up on myself because
threw it all up. He threw it all up for the Knicks game.
Man, I can't stop losing. I can't stop, man. This losing is killing me, man. It's like the rundown is the good thing is we played against a top team and we played good. But I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm just gonna call it how I feel. Fizdale's the problem, and the reason why Fizdale's the problem, that bench came in and we got no fire from the bench. The first time in 1.5 years, I've seen Fizdale have some fire under him, and he's looking primarily at RJ when you should be looking at your veterans. You know, I think Max says what would Pop do, and Pop gets on his veterans. Yeah. Come on, Fizz. Yeah. You got to get on these guys. You got to hold them accountable. That's the only way that you can get some wins. And I know he wants wins so he could keep his job. But you got to hold these guys accountable.
Good point, Q. Good point.
The NBA is not for you. End up not for long when it comes to your coaching job if you won't get some fire out of these guys. And so I think Fizz is the problem. And last thing I gotta say is, man, we got to free Knox. You can't say
I'm sorry.
High draft pick, and
I'm sorry.
It means nothing, man.
Go ahead, Jay. I was waiting on this.
You can't say hold somebody accountable, then go free Knox. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hold on, Jay. Let me tell you why. You gotta hold someone accountable, but I'll tell you this: Knox's dad said he's one of those kids you gotta put fire under his ass. If you look back to when he was drafted and the reports, Fizz ain't putting fire under this dude. Benching the dude ain't always the solution. You gotta tell him, look, man, you get in there, you play hard, you dive, you get rebounds, you do everything but shooting, and you try to play D. Now, if he don't, then get him out of the paint. That's what I don't see this coach as being fiery at all for these players.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was weighing in.
I like to play ball, so I like to play sometimes. And when I'm sitting down and I want to play, I'll be like, y'all want to play. So if I'm a professional basketball player and I'm sitting down, to me, that's fire enough. You should be one of the, like, it's crazy enough that you even have to be motivated at a professional level to play ball. But for you to, not to have that fire at this level is kind of nuts to me, man. I feel like benching him is fire. And if he doesn't come out and play defense, which the way I know he can, then he should sit again.
Yeah. I don't know the best route to get Knox motivated, man. I don't know. He started the season off well. Salute to Steve Stark. He started the season off very well, JLs. We were very happy with how he was playing off the bench. And then, the defense kind of trailed off. The jumper, the shooting has really trailed off. And I'm just not sure, man. I don't know how we get this guy activated, man.
Yeah, it's the defense, man, because look at everybody. Everybody's not shooting well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not shooting the best, but the people who are playing defense right now are getting the minutes, with the exception of Randle.
With the exception of Portis.
With the exception of Randle.
But I digressed. With the exception of Portis. All right, come on, man. But hey, all right, hey, you guys want to tell me? You guys want to tell me I'm hard on Portis? Okay, whatever. Pause. But
you are hard on Portis. I'm hard on Knox.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. What do you guys in the chat think, man?
Knox be back, man.
Is it hashtag? Is it free Knox or bench Knox? Are you happy with the way Knox is being treated? Then leave me a hashtag bench Knox. If you're not happy, then leave a hashtag free Knox. Let's see what the chat has to say. Salute to Stay Mellow once again. He wants to comment on the fight he almost got into. He said his supervisor had to hold him back. He said the waist man's was bugging, man. He threw the T-Dot dialect in there too, man. He was serious.
If you go to jail, you go. CP got your bail.
Keep the super chats coming.
Super chats are coming.
It all goes to the bail fund.
Super chats, exactly.
It all goes to the bail fund, man. How you looking, JL? So you about to break out?
Yeah, I'm about to break out.
All right, no doubt, my dude. I'll check you Sunday, man.
All right, check you Sunday. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Post Game Live. JLS, I'm out here.
Yes, sir. Peace, my dude. Be easy, man. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Let me just get my setup going over here as we say peace to Jay Ellis. See you Sunday, bro.
All right.
Once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Hit that subscribe button as well. This is now CP After Dark. Salute to Jay Ellis for joining us. He's got better plans, and I don't blame him. Will from the Bronx. Will, what's going on, man? How you feeling, man?
Hey, what's up, CP? How's it going?
Could be better. I've seen better days, man, but what's going on, man?
Yo, I am, just irate. I don't even know where to start. I wanted to talk about tonight what's been going on all season. This team just can't hit no free. They need to stay on the court after the game and just practice free throws. This is crazy.
They do. I mean, in the limited time they do practice at the very least. They do practice free throws. So I don't know. I'm just not sure what the issue is. I'm just not sure what the issue is. I think they're just cracking under the pressure, man. Honestly, I think there's a lot of pressure in hitting these free throws, and they're so used to not hitting them that I think they're just folding fast.
I don't understand. I think at this point, the Knicks are just cursed. At this point, it's every year. It's just something. And then with these young players, we need to stop. Ellington needs to stop playing. Shreya needs to take those minutes. We just need to just go with the youth movement at this point, because it's just we're gonna lose regardless. And it's like Jay Ellis was saying, I was more comfortable losing with our young players out there playing hard than losing with our veterans out there who aren't making us any better.
Hey, agreed, man. Agreed. And appreciate the call, man. I think it's gonna come a time when you're gonna have to make that move. I think it's gonna have to come a time when you're gonna have to make that move to the youth. What do you guys think about this though? After the Toronto game, I was talking to my uncle. My uncle's from Toronto. He's a big time Raptors fan, and we always go back and forth every season about how they're doing, how the Knicks are doing, and so on and so forth. After we lost to the Raptors, he said, listen, you guys got to hang in there. You guys got to have patience. That Raptor team that we played the other night, with the exception of Rondé Hollis-Jefferson and Marc Gasol, the whole team came up through the system. The whole team came up through the system, whether you're talking about Siakam, Anunoby, Van Fleet, Boucher, Norman Powell. That whole thing came up through the system. And I know you got no. A lot of the naysayers are gonna say, you know what, CP, we don't have that infrastructure. Well, that's $1 million question. Do you trust the infrastructure that we have right now, as it's currently constructed, to build these seeds up, to water these seeds and build it up over the years? You know, it took Toronto years, man. It took them years to finally build their assets up and have the right amount of assets to flip for Kawhi Leonard, but it didn't hurt their team. It kept them right there. You know, they had the right amount of assets in DeRozan, the pick from the Knicks, flipped it for Kawhi Leonard, and listen, they took a gamble as well. They fired their coach of the year, head coach the year before that. How many teams do that? That was a huge gamble that Ujiri and the Raptors did last season to build a championship team. Give credit to them. Definitely give credit to them. So that was his words of advice to me. And you know, sometimes, like I said, from the micro level, as we continue to lose these games, you see no hope. You see no positives. You see nothing from this team. But you have to, again, look at it from the macro. You have to look at how's RJ doing? How's Frank doing? How's ISO doing? How's Knox? How's Mitch doing at the end of the season? Then you look at the assets that we have to build with going forward. You know, this is a big draft we got coming up. And it looks like we're going to be right there in the thick of things once again with maybe a top 5 pick. So you're looking at Anthony Edwards. You're looking at my guy Greg Anthony's son, Nico Mannion, looking good. There's a lot of talent out there. So, you know, hold your head, Knicks fans. You know, it's gonna be better, man. I'm telling you. I want to salute real quick. CJ Jazz sends a super chat. He says free Knox, and he says free Fizdale too. I don't know what that free means for Fizdale, but salute to CJ Jazz for the super chat. Matt M sends a super chat as well. Says it's time to send DSJ to the G League, and I agree with that. I definitely agree with that wholeheartedly, man. Wholeheartedly. Here's what Fizz had to say about the free throw shooting. Let's see what Fizz had to say here.
Brother, I'm about to put sage in the room. We've done so much different stuff, and you know, in the gym when we're just shooting free throws, you know, working on it, guys make their free throws. Our percentages are up, but just for some reason, when we're getting into the games, we're just not knocking them down at the level that I know we're capable of, and again, that we just don't have that margin for error to shoot under 70% in the game.
Can't do it,
especially in the close games.
Can't do it. Fizdale looks like broken and battered, man. He looks broken and battered, man. He's many years removed from take that for data. Fizz just looks terrible, but I mean, you know, how can you blame him? I mean, look at what this team is doing from the free throw line tonight. Once again, 19 for 33. How do you win games like that when you shoot 19 from 33 from the stripe? Can't do it. You cannot do it. The bench went 4 for 14 from the free throw line. 4 for 14. 13. 4 for 13 from the free throw line. Can't win that way, man. Cannot win that way. Matt from Sarasota. Talk to me, man. How you feeling, man?
Man, I watched it with my 87-year-old father tonight. He's a diehard Knicks fan.
Oh, he's an OG, man. He's an OG, and he's seen the glory days, every era of glory, man. He must be pissed right now.
Me too, man. Me too. I go all the way back to Truck Robinson, Rory Sparrow, Trent Tucker. I've seen all this stuff. Let me tell you something. I disagree with a lot of the callers tonight. It is Fizdale. And I want to say something about the free throw shooting. Yeah. Randle made 9 out of 12 tonight, so he improved tonight. Randle has been playing 2 good games in a row. Julius finally stepping up the last 2 games, getting away from the 3 ball, going inside, downhill, just like you said the other night. I wouldn't give him up. I wouldn't give up Morris either. You know what wins that game tonight? He only shot 4 3-pointers.
Yeah.
The guy's 19 out of 26. And Get this. He benches his starters in the third quarter and doesn't bring them back in till we're down 2 points. We're up by what? 8, 9 points? Something like that. We're up 16 again tonight.
Same thing.
And the
This game
momentum
kind of
changed.
broke the same way the last loss kind of broke out. You know, it's funny how that works, man.
And I don't want to sound like a broken record. But we need Van Gundy back. We got to fire Fizdale. We need a new voice, a new direction, and a whole new front office, too. Murray and Pills both got to go.
Okay.
Mills has been here to a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
I want to see Elfrid Payton. Elfrid Payton, I agree with the other callers. DSJ belongs in the G League. Horrible player.
I agree, man.
Nothing like
thanks for the call, man. I agree. I think we should definitely put DSJ in the G League. And funny, man. It's funny we're looking for Elfrid to come back, but you need some sort of. Right now we have no competence and confidence in our point guards, in our backup point guard in particular. You know, say what you will about Frank, but he's been playing the best out of between he and DSJ. Where's Kadeem Allen? He's in Westchester right now, and so you're looking for Elfrid to come back just to provide you some sort of competent point guard play. So we'll see what happens. Well, thanks for the call, Matt. You and Pops hang in there, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys. Subscribe to the channel. This is Post Game Live. CP from the Knicks Fan TV checking in solo dolo. My man Jay Ellis had other plans. Good for him because he's probably better off. And this is number one show for the fans, by the fans. We have 475 people watching on YouTube. Hit that like button. On the count of 3, everybody, wherever you're watching, hit that thumbs up button. Hit that like button to support the show. 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up button for your boy. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel. And, yeah, man, that's just how we rolling tonight, man. Solo dolo. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, you know, whether or not, you know, you believe in what it's about, you know, for me, Thanksgiving is just about, you know, just hanging out with my family, just cherishing your family time, you know, even though that should be every day, especially in this country. You know, we go through the rat race and it's hard to, you know, continue and keep up with your family on a daily. So that's all Thanksgiving is for me, man. So I definitely appreciate it. Salute to Danny Thomas checking in from Stockton, California. He sends a super chat. I think he was asking how did Frank do tonight? I thought Frank was okay tonight. I mean, he finished with 13 points, 4 dimes, 6 of 14 from the field. It was a pretty decent shooting night for Frank. 1 for 2 from downtown, which is what you want to see. Again, I thought we could have used a bit more facilitating here from him down the stretch, you know, earlier in the fourth quarter, but it is what it is. Him and Mitch did connect on that alley-oop, and I thought Frank, you know, tried his best to close it out for us, but then he had a costly turnover in the end. You know, Ben Simmons, give him credit. He's an excellent defender, as solid as they come. It's the only thing keeping his game from being absolutely atrocious. And he willed his team once again. He willed his team once again to victory. And Frank gave up a costly turnover off an inbounds play. Simmons stole it and dunked it in, and that stretched the lead. That certainly stretched the lead for him. So, salute to everybody in the chat once again. So I'm seeing some Shane Larkin chats. Oh my God, you guys talking about now? You guys want Shane Larkin back? It's gotten so desperate in here that we're talking about Shane Larkin. No way, no thank you. I'm good. I'm good, man. You know you can't fall for those type of stats in those other leagues and think it's gonna be the same thing here. I mean, maybe he's improved that well, but I'm good. Shout out Sayami checking in from Malaysia. I want to shout out Mr. Proto Rock 2K, says this show's the best part of the season. Hey, we try to make it worthwhile, man. It's tough to go through 82 games of this, but you know we do our best. It's a community that we're growing here. It's a grassroots movement that we're growing here. And again, we just appreciate everybody for supporting us, because without the support of you guys, then this means nothing. Ariel Suarez says, what am I drinking? Yes, I am drinking an IPA. No, I won't say what it is because they're not paying me for the endorsement, so we're going to keep this thing grassroots and homegrown. John from Florida, what's going on? How you feeling, man? How you feeling tonight, John?
Hey, man, how you guys doing, man? Big fan.
Thank you, man.
You got a show. Just wanted to point out that we need to get rid of Mitchell Robinson, man. I hate how he plays. For being such a big man, does not know how to post up, does not know how to do pick and rolls. I mean, it's just horrible. Horrible. Wayne Ellington. I mean, a lot of people have been mentioning about him, too. Get rid of him, too. He does not move without the ball. The ball just stops when he's in the game. There's no ball movement. Everybody's trying to give it to him. Our defense knows we're going to give it to him so he can shoot a three-pointer. You know? So,
yeah.
It's just horrible. So, I mean, I don't know what you guys think.
Appreciate the call, John. Appreciate the call. Definitely not getting rid of Mitch. I mean, come on, man. You want to get rid of Mitchell Robinson? He's just getting started, people. I just said it. I just had a speech that said, look at Toronto's team. All the kids came up through the system. You got to have patience for the build, for the development. Mitch just got here last year. He was a diamond in the rough in the second round. He's still at the top of the league in a lot of statistics. Is that leading to wins for us? No, it's not leading to wins for us. He has a lot of development to go. I get it 100%. He's not, his durability is a question mark. His discipline is a question mark. You guys have heard me say this from the beginning. And tonight was no different. But listen, he's going up against Joel Embiid. He's a solid veteran. He knows what to do. He knows how to expose younger, inexperienced players. And that's what he did for Mitch tonight. It was a tough cover for Mitch. And Embiid just knew how to take advantage of him, and he did just that. But I do agree with you. He has to get better. He has to get better. Definitely has to get more disciplined. Will he ever learn those fundamentals, the back-to-the-basket stuff? I just don't think a lot of these kids are going to do that. A lot of these kids are in here just off of sheer raw athleticism, and that's what you're seeing from Mitch. I think what you're going to see from Mitch is once we get more competent point guard playing here, just being a finisher, being a closer, the guy that's going to catch the alley-oops, defend the pick and roll, defend the rim, being able to hold his own on the mismatches if we're switching on defense. I think that's what you're going to be looking for Mitch. I don't see any type of, back to the back. I don't see when he's going to develop that type of back to the basket type of game or any of those, that fundamentals that you're looking for. But I'm not trying to get rid of him. Come on, John, man. Come on, John. All right, let's go to a couple more calls. Brian from New York is up. Brian, how you feeling, man?
Hey, man, how you doing?
Good.
First time caller.
No doubt, man. How you feeling, man? How was your Thanksgiving, man?
Hey, man, I watch the show. Me and my girlfriend and my 2-month daughter watch, so it's like a religious thing to do.
Nice.
Ever
Whole family watching KnicksFanTV, man. Give that guy a thumbs up, man. You can stay on all night, man. You can stay on the call all night, man. Whatever you want to talk about. Go ahead, bro.
Awesome. So I had to tell my girlfriend I had to call you guys because this is just getting ridiculous right now. David Fizdale is becoming the new Derek Special 2.0. The man can't coach. The man can't coach. Like, what is going on? I can coach better in 2K, take the Knicks to the playoffs. He can't coach. He has to go. Change the lineup. Put Mitchell back in the starting lineup. Put Knox at the 3, and we could see how it goes because we're going to lose anyway, so let's lose with the young players. I just wanted you to know, like, I'm a big fan, and what do you think about leaving Fizdale and get Tom Thibodeau back to the Knicks?
You want Tibbs? I don't know, man.
Yes, defense. We need defense.
We do need defense. I agree with you 100%, man, but it's like, damn, Tibbs his reputation is soured since he left the Bulls, man. He went to Minnesota. He was supposed to turn them around. I don't know if it was just Towns and Wiggins being soft or what, but I don't know. Tibbs kind of left.
Yeah, Andrew soft. Wiggins is soft. I bet you that he can make Mitchell tougher. RJ needs that. RJ needs that type of tough love around him because he is a winner. He cannot keep on losing. It's going to mess up his psychology.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a tough call, man. I do hear you about the kids. I think, like I said, I think eventually you will see a transition to them playing the kids. I don't mind Taj starting in front of Mitch. I think, number one, that keeps Mitch out of foul trouble, like Fizz said, because his discipline is just not there right now. And I think Taj has been holding it down and been better than Mitch on the offensive end at times. You know, somebody that can create his own shot, that can knock down a mid-range or two. But I think ultimately, you know, a lot of the kids are playing right now. I mean, the only kid that's in the doghouse right now is Kevin Knox. ISO. You know, maybe ISO gets in there for Ellington, but
Right.
only kid in the doghouse right now is really just Kevin Knox.
Right. And quick question: what is going on with Peyton? What kind of injury is this? What kind of hamstring does he have? Did he broke his leg? How long does it take to heal?
Man, that is one tender hamstring, boy. I don't know. Good question. I do not know, man, because originally it was just like a mild, a mild thing, and now it's like it's been a month or so, right? How long has Peyton been out? I forgot he was still on the team. Sometimes I forget he's still on the team. So I don't know, man. What do you guys think in the chat about? Brian talked about Tom Thibodeau. What do you guys think? Yeah, yes or no to Thibodeau? I say no, man. I don't want him. I would much rather Van Gundy, but Van Gundy's not taking this job, man. He's still got a little bit more hair left. I don't think he wants to lose it all going back to this team and stressing out again. I don't see it happening, man. Ralph Lewis says no. Chris Norman, no. NYK Gunner, hell no. No. No Dice, no. John Toledo, no. Brian, the chat is the chat is overwhelmingly against your idea. Natty Solo says better than Fizz, but that's a no for me, dog. Steven Gutierrez breaks the rules and says free Iggy. Hashtag free Iggy. Yeah, Van Gundy's been out of the league too long, House Flan. That's just me being sentimental. I don't really think that's a realistic look. I don't really think that's a realistic look. But yeah, the chat is way out on Tibbs, man. The chat is way out on Tibbs. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. I want to salute Bless Roberts. Sends a super chat. I can't read the comment just yet, just the way my setup is. But Bless Roberts, thank you for the super chat. Shambles puts his coaching pick into the hat. He says Becky Hammon. A lot of you guys been on this Becky Hammon thing, man. I say, listen, I respect Becky. Love what she did with the Liberty, as the inaugural team for the WNBA. Obviously, is a good coach on the pop. Number one, I don't see her walking out that door in San Antonio. I think San Antonio is going to be the first team to break the ice and name Becky Hammon head coach. They may even name her head coach while Pop is still there as like the heir apparent. You know what I'm saying? They may even do that. But this isn't the place for Becky Hammon, man. Ace Candy says don't do it to her. That's my point. That's my whole thing. It's not that a woman can't do it. I just would never want to put her in this type of environment, man, because something is just not right with us right now. It's not you, it's me. You know what I mean? When you break up with the girl, you say it's not you, it's me. It's that type of thing with Becky. Like, Becky, it's not you, it's us, man. This is not the right situation for you. Definitely not the right situation. She would never. I don't think she would ever take this. I wouldn't do that. Let's go to Greenhouse, North Jersey. Gray House or Greenhouse? This is Greenhouse, right?
Yes, sir. It's Greenhouse.
Greenhouse from Brick City, aka Don't Come Here. What's going on, bro?
Hey, first of all, man, I don't even call it Thanksgiving no more because you already know what that's about. I just call it Family Day because that's exactly what it is.
I hear you, bro.
That's exactly what it is. But, all right, man, check this out. I'm team bench Knox so that it doesn't have to be team trade Knox. So let me ask you a question, CP.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see Knox's natural position panning out?
Right now,
he's been logging most of his minutes at the three.
Yeah, but he's really like a tweener. That's the problem. See, he's too slow to be guarding threes on the perimeter, and he's not big enough for some fours. Yeah, he can probably handle some of the stretch fours, but I think Kev is a tweener. He's a tweener, man. It's hard to tell. What do you think?
It is. And I want to clarify something for the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Knox is not 6'9" anymore. Knox is 6'7". If you want to put him at the 4, if you want to make him an undersized 4, you're gonna have to count on him for a lot of things. Defense being a big one of those things.
True.
I'm not sure he can fit that mold. I see him ending up just off his height and physical frame alone at the 3. But check this out, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think that he needs this bench because I think he needs a total reset, something along the lines that we gave DSJ. I think he needs to, I think the more you keep throwing at him, the more he keeps dropping it. He's just not he's not receiving it right now. Whatever needs to get through his head, he's just not receiving. It's kind of simple instructions that it's not sinking in. I think you need to try something different with him because if you don't, he's going to get irrelevant because by the time it comes to next year and Iggy starts to become relevant, who's going to play at the 3, and I personally see RJ getting moved over to the 3 or playing some kind of swing. He's falling down the depth chart. He's gonna have to snap out of it sooner than later. And you keep throwing this at him, he's gonna keep dropping it. He's gonna keep dropping his numbers. He's gonna keep diminishing his value. So even if we do want to trade him, what are we even gonna get for him? And I don't want to trade him yet. It's too soon for all of that.
Yeah.
But I think he needs to be on the bench right now, just so he needs to turn the page. He needs to be a whole different player.
You hit
the nail. I see him falling down the depth chart fast.
You hit the nail on the head, bro. Appreciate the call, man. You hit the nail on the head, especially with Kev. Like, I just don't want to lose him, man. I don't want to lose Kev, but I'm concerned that he's fading fast. How does he respond to this? We will see. I don't mind the benching for tonight, even though you guys know, like I said, I think Portis is wasting our time here, but we got to figure out how to get Kev's defense right. And what is going to be his best position ultimately? I think it's going to be at the 4. But like you said, man, they knocked his official height down. He's 6'7" now. So now he's really stuck. Because he ain't no damn Charles Barkley. So I don't know. That's going to be a tough call for Kev, man. He's going to have to get out there and really push it at the wing. Because as Greenhouse said, Iggy is trying to get in. Iggy's trying to knock down that door. And when Bullock comes in, you're going to want to see Bullock coming in. You're going to want to see Bullock coming in at the 3. So, I don't know. That's a good question, man. But good call, Greenhouse. Appreciate the call. I want to salute my guy, Robert Paris, OG fan of the show. Sends us a $50 super chat. I can't see the comment just yet, but Robert Paris, happy Thanksgiving, man. I talked to Robert on occasion on IG, man, so he's definitely a big fan of the show. So big shout out to Robert Paris for showing us love, man. He's been holding us down since day one. Always in here, always talking Knicks, and so definitely appreciate it. Bless Robert sent us a super chat early. He says there's so many point guards in the tri-state area that could easily run this team. Seek them out. This is the Mecca. Yeah, somebody, man, because like I said, DSJ is not even playing a competent point guard right now, much less any good. I mean, Trey Burke was out there running laps around him, so Trey was trying to have his revenge game. I wasn't trying to look, but it's tough, man. It is just tough. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Couple more calls, and then I'm gonna go watch that Irishman on Netflix, man. Did anybody watch that? Let me know how the Irishman was. Ron Cleveland, talk to me, Ron. How was your Thanksgiving first and foremost, Ron? Let's talk about the good things in life first, man. How was it, man?
Man. Any day off from work is a good day.
Hey, beautiful day, man.
Yeah, man. But CP. Man, jealous. I know he went home. This is getting pathetic, man. It's and something that I was talking to the missus about this, man, and she laughed about it. I said, you know what? When I looked at that last game, man, with Fizz, and even tonight, I'm seeing the same thing. Fizz looked like the kid that was in school when the test came around. And he didn't have the answers. The look that kid would have on their face in class.
when the kid that didn't study.
That's how Fizz looked.
Yeah.
Didn't study. The kid that didn't study, exactly. That's how Fizz looked, man. And even the night when he called himself trying to chew them guys up, I wasn't buying that, man. I didn't buy that tough guy stuff, man. You know why? Because you done been buddy with these guys. You're going to the playoff game with them guys.
Yeah, he already spoiled them.
Chilling.
He already spoiled them.
Yeah, they're not hearing that. They're not hearing that. So when I look at this dude, man, and then to listen to that press conference, he sounded like he was at a funeral.
Oh yeah, he's been sounding like that for like the last month now, Ron. He's defeated. He's like the presidents, man. When the presidents first start, everything is good, but by year 4, boy, they got a head full of gray hairs and they're stressed.
Exactly, and my thing is that as the front office, and I'm gonna get on them too, but I'm starting with Fizz. As the front office, what are you waiting on to pull the plug on this experiment? Oh, I know what it is. If they pull the plug on Fizz, guess what? Think about it. That's going to be an indictment on them because that's the coach they hired.
Yeah.
They hired this guy. And then on top of this, I'm going to tell you what, I got to put some culpability on that front office, man. And I thought about this long and hard. Perry is a casualty of war. He got to go too. And I'm going to tell you why. Because what we got back for Porzingis, I understand we had to move Porzingis because he didn't want to be in New York. But what we got back was terrible. Dennis Smith Jr. looked like an and-one player.
Yeah.
He looked like a street baller. I mean, it's enough blame to go around, man. And I'm going to tell you what, I ain't going to even kill Dolan. I ain't going to kill him because one thing I must say, he been keeping his nose out of everything, not trying to get involved with trying to run the team.
Mm-hmm.
But this mess that's going on, it's got to get cleaned up, man. This is terrible. This team is worse than it was last year.
It's worse than last year, man. How does that happen? How is this team worse than last year, man? You know, Emmanuel Mudiay is not walking through that door anytime soon, people. Oh, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And this is the wild thing when you watch our team, man, and we go through this constantly with this team. This team has long lapses where they don't come out with any fire. They came back out in that second half, and I knew they was going to lose the game.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have no confidence in us winning this game. Even when we was up 17, I said, okay, I'm wondering when this thing going to stop falling apart. And the bad coaching, I agree with that caller a few calls back, what he said about how Fizdale rotation of pulling them starters and bringing them back after. It's just dumb coaching. There's a lot of culpabilities to go around, man, and I've been saying it. And I remember I probably was one of the first persons to say it, that Fizz was going to be gone by January, but he needs to be gone before December. He needs to be gone. It's that simple, man. And this is pathetic, man. CP, I'm at a loss for words, man. This record, like my mom said, this record is scratched, man. we like the hamster on the wheel, man.
Hang in there, Rob.
We like the hamster on the wheel.
Hang in there. Hey, it's tough, man. What are you going to do? Listen, this team, we had a 15, 17-point lead. I mean, I think the problem is that, again, this game almost started like the Toronto game where it's just like you're looking at this lead and it's like, well, you know what Philly's capable of and you know we're not getting their best effort right now. So basketball is a game of runs, as we all know. And when Philly came with their run, it was going to be crunch time now. And once things tighten up, where are we going to go? Your starters can't play the whole game. You're going to have to get some reprieve. You're going to have to get a little bit of a breather. The problem is the bench gave you nothing. You know, the bench gave you absolutely nothing, and that's where Philly was able to do most of their damage. So, you know, I don't know. What do you do with this? I mean, let's take a look at it. What do you do with this? What do you do with Portis's 2 points, -9, 2 boards? Mitch, 3 points, 7 boards, 1 for 6 from the free throw line. Dennis Smith Jr., 3 points, 2 dimes, minus 12 on the night. Ellington, 0. Dotson was okay. Not great. 3 for 8 from the field. He's all right. He had some up moments. So, we can blame Fizdale if we want, but, at the end of the day, we got to deliver. And the problem is that when the rubber meets the road, when things start to break down, you have no competent point guard play. You have nobody out there to orchestrate, to get plays. You have no scoring, very little scoring. And so that's the issue, man. We just don't have the horses. But we had the lead, and again, they just, good teams finish, bad teams don't. And we're a bad team. We are a horrendous team right now. And that's just how the cookie crumbles, man. That's just how the cookie crumbles. Let's take a look at the schedule coming up. Let's take a look at the schedule coming up. We have Sunday, Celtics coming into town. Back-to-back in Milwaukee. Then the Nuggets come into town, December 5th. Then the Pacers come to town. Then we go see Melo, December 10th. Knicks versus Blazers. West Coast trip. Blazers, Warriors, Kings, Nuggets. Yeah, it's ugly, man. It is ugly, and I don't know how this coach survives this, but I don't want to see the coach fired. Again, it's like, a lot of you guys want to see Mike Miller and everything. You guys want to see Mike Miller coaching the team. I guess, I can't, I can't tell you he's going to be the answer either. I don't know. I just don't know, man. So, it's a tough time to be a fan, but hang in there, people. Hang in there. It's better days ahead. But once again, man, I definitely appreciate everybody for checking in with us tonight under the circumstances, man. The chat reaction to that schedule, L. I see nothing but L's in the chat going extremely fast. So it's gonna be ugly, folks. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know where to go with it, but like I say, man, I definitely appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hit that thumbs up button for your boy. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Remember that this show is available in audio podcast format. Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, Stitcher, Amazon, Alexa, on the KnicksFanTV. Make sure if you're iTunes listener, make sure you leave us a review on iTunes. Very important. Your support is very critical to the success of this show. Wouldn't go anywhere without you guys liking these videos, subscribing to the channel, and leaving a comment on these videos. So once again, we definitely appreciate it. If you share this video on Twitter with the hashtag PostGameNYK, we will put you in our private Twitter group and put you in the Discord chat. You want to keep the chat going. We got a lot of cool people in the chat, just, kicking it on a daily basis and just giving their daily thoughts to continue the conversation. Another way you can support us is through merch. You can get your merch in the description below. And also another way to support us is through the super chat. Salute to Frank Wilson. Just sends us a $5 super chat. Salute to Frank. He says, are we going to bring back player ratings? Well, think about it. What do you guys think? Leave us a comment in the chat. Leave us a comment in the video. Should we bring back player ratings? With this team, I don't know who's going to be getting over 7. But we might bring back player ratings. I heard a lot of people asking about it. So maybe we'll find some time to squeeze in the player ratings. But thanks for the super chat, man. Definitely appreciate it. And yeah, man, I'll be back here. You know where I'll be. I hope you guys join me. Sunday, Knicks versus Celtics. Post-game live, CP from KnicksFanTV, my man JL's from Nick of Time Show, the #1 show for the fans, by the fans, and again, appreciate you guys, man. I will see you guys on Sunday night. Sunday Night Knicks. Hang in there, Knicks fans. I'm out of here. Peace.